Literally had to literally run on camera. I just want to say first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in. This is going to be kind of like a prophetic download prediction. So I just want to say, first of all, that everything that I say, little disclaimer, everything that I say in this video is just intuitive opinion. It is not factual until proven with evidence. If you see anybody say what I say on this video, it's because they saw this video first, okay? So everything that I'm saying in this video, I have said first. I have not got from anything, no outside influence. I basically just, I basically should have brought some water. Okay, I did. Thank God. I basically just had a dream and it was too real. Like the dream that I had was like somebody was showing me the future, and I don't know really what to make of this because obviously it hasn't happened yet. I was going to put this on Vimeo. I have a Vimeo channel as well that I do exclusive content on. I was actually going to go on Vimeo, but the only reason why I didn't go on Vimeo is because it's purchase only. And I know that not everybody would have the and like the know-how, especially if they're new to my channel, to go to the link and actually purchase it. So I'm gonna give you guys this download. Okay, it's a treat. If you want to support me in other ways, you know, the links are there in the box below. They're up in the right hand corner on my channel. I have a shop. I have a lot of things in the box below. Okay, so if you want to like show your appreciation, subscribe, thumbs up. Like that's how you show me that you care and that you appreciate that I didn't put this on Vimeo, because what I'm about to tell you may change your life. It's about to change my life. And what I was shown was so real that I was like, I need to go on camera. So let me just jump right in and tell you all what I saw. Okay. So out of nowhere, I can vividly remember like the environment that I was in. Now, let me take it all the way back. So right now, as I'm recording, it's May the 11th, and a couple videos back before the pandemic even happened, I was talking about on my channel in my messages, my world messages playlist. I told you all back then, for those who were live with me back then, a couple years ago, I told you all that I was seeing the production and the selling of oxygen, not like, you know, just a hospital oxygen tank, but in cans, machines. I told you all that I was seeing like this weird thing where people are actually going to be selling oxygen. Okay. And then like the other day I was in Walgreens, and what did I see? Different flavored oxygen. And it had a cross on it, okay? Like the dome cross, like the people when they take certain things, they see the simulation, they see the cross, the dome, right? So I was like, okay, so I was seeing that that prediction that I made before the pandemic came true as well, okay? So certain companies are going to be making different flavored oxygen air because the pollution in certain areas, especially in America, are going to be getting so bad that the only way to keep you alive and to keep you spending money is they're going to charge you for the exact air you breathe. So like right now, the air is free, right? Like right now, the air you're breathing is free. But in the future, that may actually not be the case. They may actually try to find a way to charge human beings for actually using air, like in some sick, twisted way, like just, okay, on average, if you live this amount of years, this is how much your oxygen is going to cost. Like, just because, like, depending upon what kind of, like status you have or like where you live. I mean, in general, they are kind of doing that already, but not with the actual tax of oxygen or anything like that. So that was a prediction that I made. I'm seeing it happen right now in 2021. So that's like a little bit of a message I wanted to add on to this video as well, because I did say that, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it in real time. Like, there's these weird random companies that are now making like different flavored oxygen in little cans. If you go to, I don't know if you're Walgreens, I mean, in America, we have something called Walgreens. So I saw this recently. I don't know where you are in the world, or, you know, what area of the world you live in, if you have this, but at least what I've seen, I've been seeing it where I live. And where I live is pretty expensive, but I mean, it's like you're paying for oxygen, and you're alive and you're healthy, but you're still paying for oxygen. So there's something like that they're trying to initiate with that. Okay. So be aware of that as well. Now, going into this whole social media credit score thing, now I'm so hyped right now because like what I was shown was like ridiculous. Because like I've heard of this thing called Black Mirror, but I've never seen an actual episode. Like, all my life, I've never seen like a full episode of any of those things. I've only seen clips. And so when I woke up from this dream, right, I typed in social media credit score, because what I was shown was so gnarly that I was like, I know that there's like some weird shows out here that talk about this, like especially like in Asia. I know they have some TV shows that have covered this, but not the way I saw it. What I saw was like details of like the barcode. Like, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So I looked up a video, I looked it up on YouTube. I found one video that was sort of similar to my dream. But it wasn't what I was shown. But just seeing somebody like reenact what I saw in my dream, like on a TV show, was like gnarly, because it felt so real. Okay. Now, I'm not making any promises. I don't know when this is going to happen. And let me just say this, okay? Let me just say this, right? Cryptocurrency, social media following, social media hype, social media influencers, celebrities, elite ranking people, like all this type of stuff, right, is another matrix trap. Okay, like what the dream basically showed me is that cryptocurrency is actually a trap, because what I was shown in my dream was that Bitcoin, for some reason I was shown Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has the ability to surpass the dollar, the American dollar, the US dollar. I don't know who's exactly pushing that or why that is, but what I was shown in my dream was like, I was seeing like actual price tags, and what I was shown is like there was the Bitcoin numbers on the actual merchandise, like regular old merchandise, in addition to the US dollar. So everybody right now, including myself, like I invest in crypto, but I mean, I don't keep it as long. I mean, I don't have a lot of like Bitcoin per se, because that was never really my thing. But I know people out here who like stock up on Bitcoin and drive it up, and they're like Bitcoin hungry, and like they're all about crypto, and they're like, forget the US dollar, crypto, crypto, crypto. It's a trap. Okay. What they were showing me is that it's a complete trap, because it's going to tank the American dollar. So I don't know if that's like leading up to like another world war, like with China, because like I did get that vibe, like there was another like I would say entity, but there was like some other country that kind of like took over, like had a lot of power, and that's China. Okay, I feel like that's China for me in my spirit when I was seeing the vision. Like, and the crazy part about it is like, as I was dreaming this, as I was seeing all this stuff, I could feel myself still awake. Like I could still feel my body in my bed. So I don't know like what that was, but it was very real, and it was very detailed. And that's why I'm like, okay, I gotta come on camera and tell them, because whatever this means, y'all will make what you want with it. You know, we all individually are like our own universe, our own genius, our own version of God's image. So whatever I say, a lot of you out here probably could pick up on as well, if you're an intuitive or an empath or clairvoyant or even psychic. So what I'm saying could just be another branch, olive branch, another intuitive, because I'm an intuitive says, okay? So this is all going to come full circle in the next 10 to 15 years. Okay, you're going to see it all unravel. So yeah, so what I was shown was that Bitcoin was like almost bigger than the US dollar. Okay, that was a huge red flag because most people don't have Bitcoin. So who are the people who have Bitcoin? Investors, business owners, celebrities, right? So the average person does not have a one whole Bitcoin. They may have parts of a Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? But like to get a to get like full amounts of Bitcoin now in 2021 is in the thousands. Like it's very expensive. Yesterday I was seeing that there was something about and this is probably why I was even dreaming about this, because I was looking into this, like researching this on my own private time, and what I was seeing, you all, was that there was all these companies trying to accept these cryptocurrencies. You know, no tea, no shade, but like a lot of these businesses, the reason why they're doing that, folks, is because they wanna suppress the poor and the middle class. That's what I was getting straight up. Like they want to like basically they really want to make it like rich versus poor. That's the vibe I was getting. Like the whole dream is like either you got it or you don't. Like it wasn't a situation where, okay, like, you know, somebody has a credit card and $50 in cash and the other person has like, you know, one crypto or one full Bitcoin and a couple thousand. Like this was like, are you rich or are you poor? Like that was the vibe I was getting, which was really scary to me because nowadays it's already so polarized, you know, with social media and people flexing for the gram and people, you know, all this stuff. It's already very satirized. So in my dream, it was like the way of life. So, you know, like how now we could choose to be on certain social media apps and we can choose to have like an account with a certain social media app. So like in my dream, it was like a social media credit score. It was like, okay, if you did not have so like, for example, like on one of I picked up this dress. So let me give you an example of what I saw in my dreams. Like I was looking at a dress and there was the Bitcoin numbers. There was like this weird barcode, right? And then underneath it, like underneath the little numbers, and I could tell it was crypto. The reason why I could tell it was crypto was because of the dot and the way the symbolism was. If you know anything about crypto, each crypto has like their own coin, like their own symbolism. So when I was looking at the receipt, it had like a symbol. It didn't have a dollar sign. So that's when as I was being shown this, like I was being shown this, and I could feel my actual, like this body being shown all this stuff. I don't know how else to explain it, like a movie or something. I looked at the numbers and I was like, oh my God, that's crypto. Like that's not even a dollar, like amount, like not even a euro. It's crypto. And then on top of that, I saw a number and it was a circle. It was 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle, 4 circle. Okay. So there was like a ranking. There was an actual ranking on the price tag barcode. And I was asking my higher self, what is that? And what I heard immediately was social media credit score. So they are now also going to rank how popular you are. What do you mean to other people? So if you didn't have any of those numbers, you could not make the purchase. And the reason why I could confirm that was because in my dream, I was picking it up and I was like looking at it and I was able to take it. But then I looked out and there was like other like shopping racks and I saw a couple and their face was like, how can I describe it? Like their face, not depressed, but they looked empty. They looked like they were like walking shells of people. Like they looked very hollow in their spirit. Like their spirit was very low. So yeah. And as I was looking out, as I was shopping, I could see them pick up the item and there was like, oh, this is so creepy. I'm getting chills, but there was like these little, oh, how can I explain it? There was like these little, not lamp posts, but there was like these little markers, like little like track markers, like where it's very like high technology. Like what I was shown was very high technology, and like, oh, there it is, sensors. So as soon as the person touches the item, it's, I don't know if this would scan the person, or like they would have to scan something. Not Mark of the Beast per se, but like they had to scan something. And it wasn't like, you know, like a robot, but it was like technology. It was definitely very, very high technology, and this store had it. And so as I was looking out, I saw this couple. It was a guy, it was a woman and a man. They were married, and they were shopping. And as I like, it's almost like the way they were showing me was a zoom. Like, okay, so imagine in a movie, right? Like, let's just like play with our imagination. Imagine in a movie, they have the bird's eye view. Well, I took film literature, so they have the bird's eye view as an elective in college, and then they have like the Panasonic. They have like different views, right? So like as I was being shown this, it was like a pan view. So I could see the rack, I could see the markers, I could see the I could see like all the technology, and then it like zoomed in, and I looked out and it zoomed in. I saw the couple, the man and the woman, and they picked it up, and it was like a red light. Like they couldn't buy it. And they looked at me and their face dropped because they didn't have like the requirement to buy it. And what I was being shown is, especially for designer brands, like let's just say, for an example, Fendi or Balenciaga or like Chanel, like that's just what's coming to me. Like, especially designer brands, like they want to have that social media credit score thing. Like they want to replace the original credit score with that. Like, or in addition, like they want to have a system where if you don't have this, you can't buy this. So when they were trying to shop, they could not buy it because they didn't have what was on the barcode. It wasn't American. I kid you not. It was not American money. It was not American money. This was something different. I don't want to say yen or like any Chinese. I don't want to, crypto. It was crypto, and it was another form of a credit score rating, like a social media rating, like, yeah, like a stat, like it was very, very strange, but it was very real. I mean, it was very real. I could see the barcode. I could see the way that people were interacting with each other. It was like a different world, and they couldn't buy it. Like they were not allowed to buy it, but I was shopping, but they were not allowed to buy it. And it was because what I got was they didn't have the social media credit score, whatever. And in the future, it may not be called that. It may be called something else, but that's what I got. Was it's a form of them tracking people. It's a form of them rating you and your like value. It's very sick. Like it's how they perceive you. So like what I was getting was like a lot of older people would not be able to access like even certain property because they don't have this like social media standing. So what I'm catching on is that this social media thing, this crypto thing, according to what I was shown, is a trap. It's another way of them tracking you. It's another way of them separating people that have value in their eyes and people who don't. So like if you're totally disconnected, you have no social media, you have no crypto, you have nothing of like silver, gold, like you have no like investment into the economy, you're not going to be able to, I mean, according to their new agenda, you're not going to be able to even like go to certain places because they want a certain kind of hype. They want a certain kind of hype. So like this whole social media thing now in 2021 is more of an option. I know for a lot of us, it doesn't feel like an option, but like it is an option, right? But what I was shown is it's not like even an option. It's like, if you don't have this, we don't know who you are. Like, if you don't have this type of presence on this app or this app or this app, we can't identify you. And so you can't like be a part of that world. You're not like even a part of like society in a way. It was very real. It was very real. And there's more. Let me just take a sip of water. Okay. And also what I was shown was, relationships. There was something about relationships that were just totally different that I was seeing in my dream. So if you're watching this video in 2021, my advice to you is to find someone, okay? Find someone from now, because whatever weird stuff is going on in the future with like technology is going to overtake all of that. Like, it's literally going to change the whole game. Like, you think it's bad now, you think technology is interwoven in your life now. Wait until they install all this stuff where like they're ranking you by as a human. Like, what I saw was they were ranking people, and it wasn't even about like middle class. Like, I didn't even see that. All I saw was, are you this or are you that? If you're not this and you don't have, especially with like designer stuff, like it was really weird. Like, if you don't have this, you can't even buy that. And then I asked my higher self, I was asking my higher self, how is that possible? How would they get the economy going? And what I heard was, certain levels don't have to be that high, but you have to have one of them. What I heard was, it doesn't have to be like in the millions or thousands, but you do have to have something, or they can't identify you, and therefore they don't want you with their brand. Like, it was that serious. Like, they don't even want you buying the item. And I was like, what? It was real. Like, I saw it, and it was, I mean, it was kind of scary, because I'm like, I think that social media is over the top already, but the way that I was shown it was like, it's a part of society. It's a part of how you eat, sleep, breathe, have intimacy, get married. It's a part of like your DNA. So I don't know if there actually would put like a chip. I don't want to go down that route of like, I don't want to say that, but like, how else would they be able to track you? Because like, when I was shopping, it was like they had different sensors. Like, they could read you. Like, they could literally read you. And it wasn't just about like your typical credit score, because keep in mind, the whole world doesn't run on a credit score. America does. America has this thing called the credit score, but not every major country has that. So that's why I'm saying in America, it seemed like it was this like monopoly. Like, either you have it or you don't. It wasn't even about, poor, middle class. It was like, are you poor, are you rich? Like, that's how it came across to me. And their definition of rich, their definition of what's valuable. So people that are disconnected from the matrix, people who don't want to be on social media, were totally outcasted. That's what I saw. They were not a part of society. They were not able to go to certain lounges, buy certain clothing, certain handbags. It was like, you can't even touch that, like, because you're not a part of the game. So basically, crypto is a trap for us human beings. If you want to make a quick buck, you want to invest, yeah, on the business side, on the money side, yeah. But in terms of like civilization, it's a trap, because that's going to overwrite eventually the American dollar, is what I was being shown. Okay. And, so you're not paying in American money, you're paying in crypto. You're trading coins. Is that whatever? So, and that was my concern, because like, not everybody has crypto. So how would they be able to? And then if it wasn't crypto, it was the number. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a circle. I saw it clear as day, and it was like a ranking. And they scan you. They censor you. Everything is like, okay, perfect example. You know how they have this new thing now where Amazon, now not to bring up Amazon, knock on wood, but you know how they have this whole Amazon thing where you walk in the Amazon's, I don't know if you all saw this, but like, you walk in the Amazon store Perfect example. Thank you, Spirit. Like when you walk in the Amazon store and there's no cashier. You all know, y'all, if you know what I'm talking about, thumbs up. You saw a video where you walk in they have those like fresh market Amazon places now. Like in Europe, they have some where you walk in and there's no people and you just pick up what you want and then you leave. That's what it's going to be like. That's what I saw kind of, but like on a higher level. Like I did see some robots. I'm not gonna lie. I did see some robots, but I did see human beings working, but I did see some robots. And, it's gonna be like that. Like when you walk in, there's a video where Amazon is testing it out. Like, you know how Walmart, for those people who live in America, you know how like in Walmart they have the self checkout where you do the self checkout? Okay, it's not like that. It's like the Amazon thing where you walk in the store and there's like sensors. There's cameras everywhere. And so like when you walk in, they read you. So not only are they reading you by your name, but they're going to be reading you on another number, like social media credits, like not credit per se, but it could be, but it's like like a ranking, like an ID number, but it's tied to like social media it's tied to like tech, like high level technology, and people have the number, and if they have a number they can access the store. If they don't have a number or they don't have certain things, they just cannot go in. And I don't know how it's possible, but that's what I was shown. So with that example, it's like that Amazon store where you could pick up certain things and there's no people. There's no people at all. It's all sensors. It's all technology and cameras watching you in the store. How is that possible? I have no idea, but they already started. Okay. Actually this year, they already have certain pop-up shops, Amazon pop-up shops, where you walk in and you walk out and you don't have to talk to a single person. And it's all paperless. You notice that? It's all paperless. There's no cash. There's no physical cash, okay? There's no physical cash. It's all like a scanner. All your information is in this like database. That's what it's like. But like more controlled, like in a more controlled setting. And there's like no people. There's robots and there's sensors and there's cameras, but there's no people. And that's what I was shown. And it's like a normal thing. So like most of the stores are going to have a technology where you're interacting with robots, you're interacting with a facial camera, facial recognition, and they're pulling up your name. So like you could see like your name, your ID, I mean, the whole chip thing, I don't know about that, but I feel like some people may get that. I mean, I do feel like that is a possibility, because how would they be able to access all that stuff? But like your social media was tied up to it. Like when you log in or when like you walk in, everything pulls up. Like your social media pulls up, your status pulls, if you like, everything pulls up, so people can like see like your value is what I got, and the company can see like who you are to them. Like, what do you mean to this company? And they check for that, you know. And if you don't have like a lot of like interaction, they'll like be like there'll be like a blinking red light, and you can't even go in. Like they won't recognize you because they want to keep you under control. So it looks to me like the Matrix has found a way to hook us all in without even knowing it. So all the things that people are doing right now with TikTok, like that's why I stay away from that, because like at this rate, I mean, it could be a warning as well, but I feel like at this rate, it's going to be so interwoven that even when you like put your Apple Watch, or you put like your car key, like all these things will show up. And people will be able to rate you. Like, that's what I got. Like, people will be able to rate you. So when it comes to dating, this is like Tinder in the flesh without the sex. Like, this is just people being able to scan you, to literally scan you, read you, get your information. Like, it's very out there. It's very like, okay, like, everybody could see who you are. Like, there's no hiding this. And if you don't have like a certain thing, it's like you're not, I wouldn't even say poor. It's like you're an outcast. Like, you're not a part of society. So I feel like it's going to get to a point where like everybody is going to want to have crypto. Everybody's going to want to have, these devices to like get into certain like exclusive places. Like, especially with celebrities, I saw this thing where it felt like, to me, certain celebrities are competing with other celebrities. Like, it felt like very competitive on that front. Like, general society was adapting to it, and it was like a normal thing. Like, it was like normal. It was like normal to have like certain watches or like chips or different things to scan. Like, it was normal to not interact with anybody. But then when it came to celebrities, it just seemed like very like mind control, because it felt like they were not able to be human. It felt like they were like literally clone. Like, that's what it felt like as I was seeing it. So normal people, like, you know, it was easier to handle. But it felt like, for me, what I was seeing was, it felt like with the celebrities, it's like a monopoly. Like, they want to see who's valuing what, who's investing in what, and everybody, it's like a public thing. So I don't know if I don't know if some crazy mad scientist or genius or innovator, like, I don't even want to give them that much credit, but I don't know if there's going to be like some billionaire who makes up some like website like Google or Yahoo and tries to tap people into like this world web. I know this sounds kind of creepy, you all, but like, I feel like there's going to be somebody who's going to like try to make some like MySpace, like I'm getting like a visual of like like with the circles and the picture, but like Apple, like it's like this thing where like you could like, you're all connected into this, and they could see you. They like, you could interact with other people, but it's all technology. That's the scary part, is it's not about like human to human. It's like, okay, before I talk to you, like, scan, what do you have? Like, you could see everything. And it's like ranking, like, okay, so like, where do you sit? Like, where do you like, what companies, like, who sponsors you, or like, who do you work for? Like, it's very like monopoly. Like, the word I keep getting is monopoly. Like, it's like conquer and divide and separate. It's not like this thing where everybody is on the same level. It's very like almost classist, but to like a more extreme. So social media is actually classist. Like, it's actually going to become this thing where it's like classist. Like, okay, like, do you have this or do you not have this? Like, it's no in between. And so there's so much more I could say, but I'm already going on 33 minutes. So what I would say is, find somebody from now, okay, before all this technology like is kicked up like 20 notches, and they're implanting stuff in people, and like there's like no people working at the store, and you're gonna be walking into a store and you see robots, like, because you're gonna see, I mean, I saw robots. I saw at least 2 robots in like the one store I went into in my dream, and it was legit. Like, it's legit. And so before that kicks in, you want to find somebody who you can build with, who you can establish something with, because like the way the future is, from according to what I saw, is it's all about crypto, it's all about technology, it's all about cyberspace. It's all about cyberspace, like actual card, cash, thing of the past. In the future, it's not even going to exist, okay? Having paper cash, it's not going to exist. Everything is going to be either chip form, a scan form, a radar form, telepathy. Even telepathy, I was getting like telepathy is going to be very more common. People are having telepathy. feet away, talking with their like telepathically. A lot of I saw a lot of symbolism too. Like it looked like it was a different world. It's a different world. And the crazy part about it is it felt like human beings created it. It felt like you and me all this time we're building up this, not AI, but like building, well, it could be AI related, but building up. Okay, so AI, like, anybody know about AI in this, like the AI thing, like with like the super intelligent, like that's what I was, okay, that now this makes perfect sense. So Apple is a big part of it. I feel like because I do see a lot of like Apple symbolism, like with the circles, the white background, like very, very like futuristic. But yeah, I do feel like there could be somebody who makes like this major website where everybody is like linked into this website. 6D, 5D, 4D, maybe even seventh dimensional. Like this is like the simulation. Like this is like the simulation coming to life. I feel like us human beings have been on like the lower level, and what I saw, depending upon like your perspective, it could be exciting for you, it could be scary, depending upon how you feel about it. But what I was being shown is like this is like a higher level of consciousness, but like in a very manipulative way, to some degree, not entirely, but to some degree, because like you can't escape it. Like once you're in this website, or like this club, or like this hub, you can't get out of it. Like you're forever enmeshed in it, and you have a number, you have like a track, they track you, and you can't escape it. Like you are like you're a number, you're a number, and whatever that other power is, they're able to watch you all the time. They're able to see you all the time. Like the higher power, like they're able to control you all the time. So they're gonna have a book, a browsing history, if you will, of like everything you've done, like like they like tracking you. So I would definitely say, for those who want to find love or have a family, if this whole crypto, I mean, depending upon how, because we all have free will, depending upon how people are, I don't know. Like I said, the crypto thing is kryptonite. Okay, the crypto thing is kryptonite, because what it seems to me is that it's gonna be taking over, and and like I said, not everybody has crypto, so it's a situation where like you're really separating the have and the have-nots times 20, and you're really separating people on so many levels, not just social media, but now with crypto, not just cash or credit card, you're separating people even farther. And so more people that don't have those advantages are really going to be like outcasted. They're not even going to know how to function, because they don't have any of these interwoven connections. They don't have a robot. They don't have certain like chip points or coins. They don't have nothing. So like, yeah, like I don't know why I'm saying robot, but that's what it feels like. Like they don't have that kind of thing. So they're not going to know how to function. They're not going to so like older people, what I'm seeing is older people are going to have to rely on their grandkids to access certain things, because they don't have, they're not on the data. They're not current. They're not like a pro, like when you upgrade a program, like a software, that's what it is. Like they're not current. So they're going to have to rely upon younger people, because they don't have like the currency, the crypto current, they don't have it. So only people who have that, I feel, are going to survive on a certain level. But the rest, everybody else, it felt like they were like a deer in the headlights. They weren't able to eat certain things, to buy certain things. They just were not able to. I don't know how else to explain it. So I don't know if this was like a warning, dream, or whatever, but the way that anybody who's ever had like a dream like mine or anything similar, like, what I'm saying, like when you're seeing this as you're like sleeping, if depending upon the kind of dream or the kind of level of like clairvoyance or whatever else you have, it's going to feel different for different people. So for me, it felt like I was in a different dimension. I'm going to be honest, because the way that it was being shown to me was crystal clear. I could see the sky. I could see the stores. I could see like all the technology. Like, you know how like in the movies they show like 3D scanner. That's what it is. Like the 3D scanner thing now is coming up. Like I was actually, funny enough, I was actually shopping on Chanel.com like 2 days ago before this dream, and I saw that they were talking about like a 3D paintbrush for your face, and it was a sample, and I actually picked it because I was buying a foam cleanser for my skin because it's the only product that works in my skin. And even with that, like I see different companies are gonna be initiating this whole thing with like 3D printer, 3D this, 3D that. So everything is like in your face. Like everything is gonna be able to like be holographic and pop in your face and open up and open up and expand. Like it's very futuristic, but not like in a tacky way. It's very normal. It feels very normal. It felt very normal to me. It didn't feel like something like like spacey. It felt very natural. Like, you know, you walk somewhere and it's normal to see like different sensors or different robots. It felt very, I mean, I know it sounds crazy me saying it, but it felt very real. Like going into a store and seeing like I would say like a giant iPad at the entrance. And like I saw people doing this. Like I saw people doing a lot of this, like at certain places, like scanning something. So whether it was on them or was in them, like in their body, they were scanning things. And it was like very like open, like everybody was like doing it. And I saw like 2 robots in one of the stores and they were like working. I didn't see any people. It was just us, humans, and the robots. And that was it. Like, so okay. So maybe there's another layer to my dream or whatever the hell that was, where AI, right? Artificial intelligence, I guess that's going to be a real thing, people. So I guess that's what I was shown as well. Okay, so artificial intelligence. So it does feel like this is post pandemic. This does, okay, so maybe this was a plan. Maybe this was a plan. Maybe this was the plan, okay? I don't want to say too much on YouTube, but maybe that was a plan, was to eliminate a certain amount of people so that when they have this new system, like a computer, like it's sounds like but it's a simulation. I mean, it definitely is a simulation. No doubt about it. But there's levels to it. And it felt like a different dimension. It felt like everything was so clear. Like people were doing telepathy. People were like, it was, I mean, it was scary to some degree, but it was also very interesting because it felt like what we see now as technology, as picking this and picking that, in my dream, it was interwoven. It was interwoven in everything we do. It was like second nature. You know, it was like second nature, and it was everywhere. It was literally everywhere. So take that how you will. But yeah, it could also be speaking to artificial intelligence, that they have been planning this for a very long time. And I do see that there is going to be one billionaire, because it has to be a billionaire, obviously, or a trillionaire, I don't know if that even exists, but it is going to be, I do see that there is going to be one more person, for the time being, that like the 10 to 15 year span, where I do see at least one other, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk kind of figure, making some kind of database, and everybody has to get into it. There's no choice. Everybody is linked into this like huge hub, is what I could call it. And everything is there. Everything is there. How many kids you have, what your score is, how much crypto, what crypto you're a part of, what companies you are associate with. And by that, they rank you. They put you in different rankings, different groups, different things. And if you don't like qualify for certain things, you're on your own basically. And you're going to have to kind of like depend upon other family to help you. If you cannot get on that, on their ranking level, if you can't get on that, especially older people, I saw that older people would have to rely upon their grandkids to get certain things like groceries. They want to buy like a certain vacation house, they have to go through their grandkids because they don't have the whatever I want to call it ranking, because that's the best way I could see it in my mind's eye. But in reality, I want to say ID. Like the whole video, I've been saying ranking, but I actually want to say ID. Like chip ID, like the way they identify you, okay? The way that they have you in the system as, okay? So nothing to do with race. It's everything to do with how can you benefit their company? What do you do for their company? That's the way it felt like to me. It wasn't necessarily about sexuality or race. It's now about like, okay, status, ranking, value. What I heard is value. Like, what do you bring to their agenda? What do you bring to their company? What do you bring to this company, right? Like, how many times a week do you purchase with them? What do you purchase with them? And how much? And if it's not what they want, they don't include you. Like, they don't even show it on your profile. Like, you're outcasted. So that's what I got. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I'm sure as I think about the video and I watch it back, certain things will come to me. If other things come to me, I'll probably put it in the description box, depending upon if I want to have the comments open or not. I normally keep the comments disabled because it's easier to avoid the trolls and people who want to pose as other people, with people, some people put their WhatsApp number in the comment section and I have to delete it. Like, it gets messy. So for a lot of YouTubers, just not having the comments open is a lot easier, but at the same time, I don't get to really hear from y'all. So depending upon what I do, I'll figure something out. But anyway, you all, it looks like the AI is ready. That's what I got. It looks like the AI is ready to go. They have all these things in place. I feel like Amazon is going to be a leader in this, and Apple and Amazon, the two A's, AI. I feel like Amazon and Apple are going to be like at the head of this, because I see that they have a lot of technology that we've never even seen before. Like, I mean, I've seen like in a higher realm, but like I'm saying, physically, we've never seen this kind of technology before. It's always been there. It's always existed. But now, the next 10 to 15 years, they're going to keep going up and up and up. So it's never going to stop at this rate unless everybody deletes their social media. This is the direction it's going in. Unless every single person on the planet says, I don't want social media anymore. I don't want to be tapped into this algorithm anymore, or this kind of simulation or this kind of way of seeing life anymore. It's going to happen. It's already here. I feel like it's already here. And you all can look up that video that I recommended, okay? I'm recommending y'all, if you guys care enough, I'm recommending y'all to look up, just put social media a credit score, put Black Mirror. I mean, I never seen Black Mirror, but like that's what came up for me. I think that's what you call it. I don't know if that's what you even call it, honestly. And look up, if you want, you could look up that Amazon store where there's no people. It's like you walk in and the sensors are everywhere. That's what it's like, but like way more high tech. Like, it's like that. Like, you go places and there's like no people really controlling anything except this like intelligence, like this other energy that we can't see. And it's well refined, it's a well-oiled machine, it's well made, it's high technology. And I also saw that like telepathy and stuff like that within humans is going to be more common. Like, people are going to start to develop ways to communicate without talking. That's going to be considered normal as well. Okay. So anyway, you all, it sounds kind of cool. Sounds kind of scary. Overall, I think that people are free. People should be free. And if people don't want to have crypto or social media or anything like that, they shouldn't have to, right? They shouldn't have to. But this is the direction I'm seeing that it's going in, you all. So if we wanna shut this down and stop it, then it would have to be like a global thing, which I don't see ever happening. It would have to be a global strike on all these apps. Like these apps would just who's to say that during the pandemic there won't be a blackout? Like, we don't even know. You know, it's a possibility. But all I'm seeing is that whole AI thing, like, that is legit. Like, that's legit. And what the dream was showing me, or whatever the hell that, I can't even call it a dream. I don't know what that was, because it was real. Like, it was tangible, real. Is that they're able. Like, all I want to say is they're able to do it. If they want to do it, they can do it. So make no mistake about it. So look out for Bitcoin. It feels like Bitcoin is going to be like a craze is what I'm getting. It may die out before this even happens, but crypto is like what I'm feeling like they want to use on a bigger scale. Like right now, it's not even where they want it to be. Like they want it to be like cash. That's the level they want it to get at, okay? I don't know if they're going to be able to achieve that. Maybe not. I don't really care. But that's what they want. They want it to get to a level where people are so wired in that everything is hooked up. Everything is interwoven. And there's no escaping it. There's literally no escaping it. So do this video the information you will. Of course, to show your support, please subscribe, please thumbs up. Check out the links in the box below if you so please. I appreciate it. You know, and have a great day, you all. So find somebody from now, get some good friends from now, because if this whole social media thing gets even more intense, a lot of people are going to be pretty fake and pretty depressed and very low vibrational. I saw a lot of low vibrational people, and so you got to protect your energy. You got to be around people who are high vibration. Like that's the key. Like be around people who are high vibration, and you will too. Okay. Listen to people who are high vibration, who are tapping into like higher intelligence and are going places, because if you don't, it's kind of like life or death, do or die at this point. Like it literally is. And human beings have to be smart to compete with the AI, to be able to survive against the AI. We have to really like go higher. We have to really go higher energetically, you all. That's our only shot, okay? That's our only chance, all right? I love you all. See you in the next